The days of teens getting their driver's licenses and then packing the car with their friends is now over, at least in California. New restrictions regarding the passengers young drivers can take with them are now in effect. Christina Salvo reports.
For many 16-year-olds, getting a driver's license is their ticket to automotive freedom. But as of January 1st, 2006, new restrictions to California's graduated driver's license law limits that freedom for anyone under the age of 18.
They have basically two restrictions on them. They can't drive between 11 p.m., 5 a.m. in the morning without supervision as far as an adult, guardian, parent, that sort of thing. And they're not allowed to drive with passengers in the car that are under the age of 20.
The law hopes to provide an intermediate phase for teens to work on their driving experience.
It's giving them time to improve their driving skills, to make them become safer alone, not to have all those distractions, not to have somebody telling you go faster or do it this way, or the kinds of things that your friends might ask you to do, when you're out on a Friday night and you're going to go to the movies.
Whether it's a cell phone, radio, or passengers, drivers face many distractions in the car.
When you couple that with the inexperience of the teenage driver, then we get some serious problems because the distraction and that experience leads to some severe accidents.
A recent study found that over the last 10 years, nearly 2,000 Californians have been killed in traffic-related accidents involving teenagers.
Since the graduated driver license law was first implemented in 1998, fatalities have declined by 11%.
Well, the restrictions being put in place have decreased the chance, number one, just because there's a possibility of less people being in the car. The probability of the accident being as severe is lower because they're not going to be driving as distracted as they would otherwise.
Though it's their safety at hand, teens aren't thrilled with the latest restrictions.
I think it's ridiculous. Good. Yeah.
I think right now kids are responsible enough to know, so 6 months is enough to drive our friends around, and we already know what could happen, so I don't think we need a year.
To new drivers, the latest limitations seem strict, but to Officer Farley, they're not strict enough.
I don't think that these new restrictions are quite enough in and of themselves. Nothing's going to replace good training, experience, and the maturity on the part of the young person as an individual to realize how much of a privilege it is to be able to drive an automobile on our streets.
For now, automotive freedom is a right only reserved for seasoned drivers. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Christina Salvo.
The new regulations are designed to cut down on the number of accidents involving teenage drivers.
The City Council is saying thanks to a longtime employee who recently retired.